Hi, my brothers and sisters. How do you do? I hope you are doing very well. My brothers and sisters, many among us, they are thinking that they are poor and weak and they are in much trouble and they are very broken and they never be delivered that kind of situation. But my brothers and sisters, God is Almighty and God is omnipresent. He is looking your situations, problem and difficulties, and He is, can deliver you, and He can redeem you all kinds of situations and difficulties, problems. My brothers and sisters, as we believers, we should wait for God's action, for God's deed. Unless until will not come our turn, God never delivers us. While we are facing many problems and difficulties, we are maybe in temptations and trials, and maybe we examined by God. Our faith will be examined and our perseverance will be examined. My brothers and sisters, maybe you are in exam. But don't worry, don't let down your heart, don't trouble your heart. God is Almighty, and for God there is nothing too impossible. As we people, we can't do everything. Whatever impossible for us, the things possible for Jesus Christ. My brothers, I want to bring two persons' life incidents in front of you. The persons, one is Bartimaeus and one is a crippled man, and one blind man and one is crippled man. My brothers and sisters, we can read Mark chapter 10 verse 42 to 50 up to 52, where we can read about this blind man. This blind man usually do begging, and he is doing that work for survive, and he is very desperate for good life. When Jesus went to this Jericho and this blind man place, and when Jesus is passing by him, and this blind man screamed and cried at Jesus and asking mercy upon him. He asked that, Son of David, mercy upon me. And Jesus stood there, and this blind man brought some of them, and this blind man stood in front of Jesus Christ. And Jesus asked him, what can I do for you? Jesus asked that man, what can I do for you? And that blind man replied that, I want to see. I don't have sight. Then Jesus told to him that as your faith, according to your faith, it will be done. And that time, he immediately got the sight. He immediately healed by Jesus Christ. Even before, he did not see himself and he did not see this beautiful arena or this beautiful world, this God's creation. I think first time he had seen Jesus Christ. What a marvel things has happened in his life. My brothers and sisters, even one more story or one more incident, we can read Acts chapter 3 and first number 2, 10, where we can find one crippled man by birth. And he used to beg temple of the Jerusalem called Beautiful Gate. And when the time, once upon a time, this John and Peter, they were Jesus' disciples, and they are entering into the temple while they have seen this crippled man. And crippled man also looked these two persons. Then what will happen and what has happened? My brothers and sisters, this beggar seeking something by them, but this Peter has told that I have no silver and gold, what I have I am giving you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, walk. He told that time, and that time, instantly, he completely healed. Same time he healed, and with joy he jumped and entered into the Jerusalem temple and praised God and worshipped God. My brothers and sisters, those who are in trouble, whenever the God comforted them and their lives completely changed. My brothers and sisters, even you may think just like the crippled man and the blind man, and your situations may be just like them. But don't worry, God will deliver you, and He is all powerful, and He is omnipresent, and our thoughts not like God, because God's ways not just like ours. Two words I can remind you from the Bible. Isaiah chapter 55:8 tells that, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. And one more word we can read. 1 Samuel 2:8. He raises up the poor of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill. You may be just like beggar, you may be poor, but don't worry. God can raise you up out of the dust, and He can lift you up from the dunghill. My brother, if you read from the Bible, there are many incidents we can find, many marvelous things, many miracles we can see. My brothers and sisters, Everything is possible to God. But keep on praying and always trust in God and wait for God. The right time will come. Definitely, God will respond you and He can do the appropriate way. My brother, I hope now onward we will be strong guy. We will be strong person. Thank you very much. God bless.